Welcome to Life Lessons. What if I told you that just 5 simple habits could bring luck to your side for a lifetime? Today, we're diving into 5 things you should do to keep luck with you forever. Straight from the timeless wisdom of Buddhism. These aren't just random tips, they're deep, practical lessons rooted in Buddhist teachings that promise more than fleeting good fortune. Want a life filled with peace, happiness, and endless blessings? Then stick around, because this video is for you. Luck. It's something we all chase, isn't it? Whether it's a better job, a healthier body, or just a day without chaos, we're constantly looking for ways to tip the scales in our favor. But here's the kicker: Buddhism says luck isn't about chance, it's about choices. The right choices. And today, I'm spilling the secrets that the Buddha himself laid out centuries ago. These 5 actions are so simple you'll wonder why you haven't tried them yet. Yet so profound they can transform your entire existence. Imagine waking up every day feeling at peace, knowing good things are coming your way. Picture a life where stress melts away, and opportunities seem to find you effortlessly. That's what this video is all about, unlocking a good life through Buddhist wisdom. We're not talking complicated rituals or hours of meditation you don't have time for. These are everyday habits anyone can do, anywhere, anytime. And the best part? They don't just bring luck, they build happiness and inner peace that last. Here's what you'll discover in the next few minutes. First, we'll explore how gratitude, yes, just being thankful, can open doors to blessings you never expected. Then, I'll show you why kindness isn't just nice, it's a magnet for good karma. After that, we'll talk about staying present. Because Buddhism teaches that a wandering mind blocks your luck. Next, you'll learn how small acts of goodness can stack up to a lifetime of prosperity. And finally, we'll tackle letting go, because clinging to anger or greed is the fastest way to push luck out the door. Why should you care? Because in a world full of noise and uncertainty, who doesn't want a little more peace? Who doesn't dream of a life where things just work out? These 5 lessons from Buddhism aren't theories, they're a roadmap. A roadmap to a good life where luck isn't a roll of the dice but a garden you cultivate. And don't worry, I'll keep it real and simple, no jargon, no fluff, just the stuff that works. So, what's the catch? There isn't one. You don't need money, fancy tools, or years of study. All you need is an open mind and a few minutes to hear me out. By the end of this video, you'll have 5 actionable steps to start today, steps that could shift your entire outlook and bring luck knocking at your door. Curious yet? Good. Because we're about to change the way you see the world, one Buddhist lesson at a time. Grab a coffee, take a deep breath, and let's get started. This is Life Lessons, where we uncover the wisdom that makes life better, luckier, every single day. Ready to find out how to keep luck with you forever? Let's dive in. Living with gratitude. Let's kick things off with the first key to keeping luck by your side forever: living with gratitude. In Buddhism, this isn't just a feel-good idea, it's a powerful way to transform your life. The Buddha taught that when we truly appreciate what we have, we open the door to blessings. It's like planting seeds in a garden: the more you nurture them with thankfulness, the more happiness and good fortune bloom. So, how does this work? And how can you make it part of your everyday routine? Let's break it down. Gratitude, at its heart, is about shifting your focus. The Buddha often spoke of the mind's tendency to cling to what's missing, money we don't have, goals we haven't reached, or problems we can't solve. Sound familiar? But here's the wisdom. When we dwell on lack, we block the flow of peace and luck. Buddhism flips that script. By valuing what's already in our hands, a warm meal, a sunny day, a friend's smile, we train our minds to see abundance. And guess what? That mindset doesn't just feel good, it draws more positivity toward us. Why does this matter? Think about it from a practical angle. Studies in psychology back this up. People who practice gratitude regularly report less stress, better sleep, and stronger relationships. In Buddhist terms, it's tied to karma. When you send out appreciation, you're sowing seeds for blessings to come back. It's not magic, it's cause and effect. The more you notice the good, the more good seems to find you. Ever met someone who's always grateful? They radiate this quiet happiness, don't they? That's the kind of inner calm that luck loves to stick around. Now, let's get real. Life isn't always easy. Bills pile up, plans fall apart, and some days feel like a slog. The Buddha knew this too. He called it dukkha, the suffering we all face. But gratitude isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's about finding light even in the dark. A rainy day might ruin your picnic, but it waters the earth. A tough moment might test you, but it teaches you strength. Living with gratitude means seeing these hidden gifts, and that shift in perspective. It's a magnet for a good life. So, how do you actually do this? It's simpler than you think, no fancy tools or hours of meditation required. Start small, every day, take just a few minutes to reflect. Maybe it's in the morning with your coffee or at night before bed. Ask yourself, what am I thankful for today? It could be as basic as the food on your table, the roof over your head, or that random stranger who held the door for you. Jot it down if you want. Some people keep a gratitude journal, or just say it quietly to yourself. The point is to feel it, not just think it. Here's a tip rooted in mindfulness, another gem from Buddhism: don't rush through it. When you're eating that meal, savor the taste. When the sun's shining, step outside for a second and let it warm your face. Really notice these moments. The Buddha taught that being present amplifies our appreciation, and that's when the magic happens. You start seeing beauty in things you used to ignore: a child's laugh, a cool breeze, a kind word. That's positive living in action. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine used to grumble about his long commute, traffic, delays, the works. Then he tried this gratitude trick. He started thanking the universe for the podcast he listened to on the drive, the paycheck that made the car possible, even the road itself. Within weeks, he swore his days felt lighter, and oddly enough, he kept finding parking spots right when he needed them. Luck? Maybe. Or maybe it's just what happens when you align your mind with goodness. The takeaway here is clear: gratitude isn't a chore, it's a gift you give yourself. The Buddha's teachings remind us that a thankful heart doesn't just hold on to happiness. So, start today. Look around. What's one thing you're grateful for right now? Hold on to that feeling. It's the first step to a life overflowing with blessings. Practicing compassion. Next up on our journey to a luck-filled life is the second key: practicing compassion. In Buddhism, this isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a game-changer. The Buddha taught that loving and helping others doesn't just bring happiness to them, it plants good seeds in your karma that grow into blessings for you. Picture this: a smile to a stranger, a hand lent to a coworker, or just listening to a family member vent. Small acts, right? But Buddhism says these are the golden tickets to keeping luck by your side. Let's dive into why this works and how you can make it part of your daily life. The core idea here is simple: compassion connects us. The Buddha emphasized that all beings want happiness and freedom from suffering, just like you. When you act with kindness, you're not only lifting someone else up. You're tapping into a universal truth that ripples back to you. In Buddhist terms, this is karma in action. Every loving thought, word, or deed is like dropping a pebble in a pond. The waves spread out and eventually return. Ever notice how helping someone feels good? That's not an accident. It's your heart telling you you're on the right path to a good life. Let's look at this from another angle: real life. Think about the people you admire most. Chances are, they're the ones who show kindness without expecting anything back. Psychology backs this up too. Studies show that compassionate acts boost your mood, lower stress, and even improve your health. Why? Because when you give, your brain lights up with feel-good chemicals. In Buddhism, it's deeper than that. Compassion clears out negativity like anger or selfishness, making room for peace and luck to settle in. It's like decluttering your soul. But here's the thing: life can make compassion tricky. People cut you off in traffic, deadlines loom. And sometimes you're just too tired to care. The Buddha got that. He lived in a messy world too. Yet he taught that compassion isn't about being perfect, it's about intention. You don't have to save the world every day. It's the little moments that count. And the payoff? A life where happiness sticks around and luck feels like a loyal friend. So, how do you practice this? It's easier than you might think, and you don't need to be a monk to start. First, try a simple smile. Next time you're at the store or walking down the street, flash a genuine grin at someone. It costs nothing, takes a second, and spreads positivity. Buddhism calls this metta, loving kindness, and it's a quiet way to plant seeds of joy. Studies show smiles are contagious too. So you're starting a chain reaction of good vibes. Another way: lend a hand. If a coworker's swamped, offer to grab them a coffee or help with a task. At home, put your phone down and really listen when someone's talking, don't just nod while scrolling. These acts of kindness don't need fanfare, they're powerful because they're real. The Buddha said helping others is helping yourself, and that's where the magic of karma kicks in. You're building a life of inner joy that attracts blessings without you even trying. Here's a quick story to prove it. I once knew a guy who'd stop every week to chat with a lonely neighbor. Nothing big, just a few minutes of his time. Months later, that neighbor connected him with a job opportunity out of the blue. Luck? Sure. But Buddhism would say it's compassion paying off. That's the beauty of this practice: it turns small moments into big wins. The message is clear: compassion isn't just for others, it's your secret weapon for a good life. The Buddha's wisdom shows us that when you give love, you get peace back. It's a shortcut to happiness and a magnet for luck. So, start today. Look for one chance to be kind, maybe it's a smile, a favor, or just listening. That's it. That's how you keep luck close and live with inner joy every day. Keeping a mindful heart. Let's dive into the third step to keeping luck by your side forever, keeping a mindful heart. In Buddhism, this is a game changer. The Buddha taught that living in the present moment is the secret to dodging worry and suffering. It's all about tuning into each breath, each tiny action throughout your day. When your mind is calm and steady, you make wiser choices, and those choices, they open doors to unexpected opportunities and luck. Curious how this works? Let's break it down and see how you can bring it into your life. The Buddha saw how our minds love to run wild, obsessing over tomorrow's bills or replaying last week's argument. Ever zoned out worrying about something that might never happen? That's what he meant by suffering. Buddhism flips that on its head. When you focus on the present moment, you let go of the baggage and find peace. It's like clearing the fog from a window. You suddenly see the good life waiting outside, ready to come in. Why does this matter? Let's get real for a second. Picture a crazy day, your inbox is overflowing, the phone won't stop buzzing, and chaos is king. Your brain's a mess, right? Science backs this up. Stress scrambles your thinking, making snap decisions harder. But mindfulness steps in like a quiet hero. Studies show that just a few minutes of focusing on the now can cut anxiety and sharpen your clarity. In Buddhist terms, it's more than that, it's aligning with life's flow. And when you're in that groove, luck doesn't feel like a fluke, it feels like a natural guest. This isn't some lofty ideal, it's grounded in experience. The Buddha lived in a messy world too, full of noise and struggle. Yet he found calm by anchoring himself in the present. He called it the antidote to dukkha, suffering, and it works because it's practical. When you're stressing about a deadline, you're not tasting your lunch. When you're mad about a rude text, you miss the breeze outside. Mindfulness pulls you back to what's real. That focus doesn't just bring peace, it sets you up for smarter moves that invite blessings. So, how do you keep a mindful heart? You don't need a meditation cushion or a silent retreat, though those are cool too. Start with your breath. The Buddha swore by this, it's free, it's yours. And it's instant. Next time you're frazzled, maybe stuck in traffic or facing a tough call, stop. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel it fill your chest, then let it go. Count to 3 if you like. That's it. That little pause yanks you back to the present moment and quiets the storm. It's like a mini reset for your soul. Another trick? Pay attention to what you're doing. Brushing your teeth. Feel the bristles, hear the water. Eating a snack. Taste every bite, the salt, the crunch. Walking outside. Notice your steps, the air, the sounds. Buddhism calls this full presence. And it's a fast track to calm. I tried it once during a hectic morning. Instead of rushing through coffee, I sipped it slow. Felt the warmth, smelled the roast. By the time I finished, my head was clear, and a work snag unraveled itself later. Luck? Maybe. Or maybe it's just clarity doing its thing. Here's a quick story. A buddy of mine used to freak out about his future, job, money. You name it. He started breathing mindfully, just 5 minutes daily. He said, I stopped spinning, and stuff started clicking. A random gig popped up soon after. Buddhism would say that's what happens when you're present, opportunities find you. The bottom line? Keeping a mindful heart is simple and freeing. The Buddha's wisdom shows that living in the now cuts the noise and welcomes happiness. It's your key to calm and a magnet for luck. So, give it a shot today. Take one breath, notice one thing. That's how you unlock a good life, step by step. Doing good every day. Let's move to the fourth key to keeping luck with you forever, doing good every day. In Buddhism, this is a cornerstone. The Buddha taught that thanks to the law of karma. The good deeds you do today come back as blessings tomorrow. And here's the best part, you don't need to move mountains. Picking up trash on the street, sharing a snack, or offering a kind word can stack up to a lifetime of luck and happiness. Sound simple? It is. Let's explore why this works and how you can make it a daily habit. The heart of this idea is cause and effect, karma, as Buddhism calls it. The Buddha said every action plants a seed. Good actions. They grow into peace and prosperity down the line. It's not about waiting for a cosmic reward, it's about knowing that kindness ripples out and eventually circles back. Think of it like tossing a boomerang, what you send out returns. Ever helped someone and felt a little glow inside? That's your soul hinting at the good life you're building, one small deed at a time. Why does this resonate? Look at it practically. When you do something nice, say, holding a door for someone, you feel good, right? Science agrees, studies show acts of kindness boost your mood and even your health, lowering stress hormones. In Buddhism, it's deeper than a quick high. Good deeds clear out negativity, greed, anger, jealousy, and make space for inner peace. And when you're at peace, luck seems to find you more easily. It's like tidying up your life's garden so blessings can grow. Now, let's be real, life isn't a fairy tale. Some days, you're too busy or grumpy to think about others. The Buddha knew this. He lived among struggles too. But he taught that karma doesn't demand perfection, just effort. You don't need grand gestures. The tiniest acts count because they shift your heart. And that shift, it's what turns an ordinary day into a stepping stone for happiness and luck. So, how do you do good every day? It's easier than you think, no big budget or superhero cape required. Start with what's around you. See a piece of trash on the sidewalk. Pick it up. It takes 10 seconds and helps the planet. Got an extra sandwich? Share it with a coworker or a neighbor. Buddhism loves these quiet moments of kindness, they're like planting seeds without fanfare. The Buddha said even a smile can be a gift, and it's true, try it and watch how it lights up someone's day. Another idea? Speak up with encouragement. Tell a friend they're doing great, thank the barista for your coffee, or cheer on a kid tying their shoes. Words matter. In Buddhist terms, this is right speech, using your voice to spread positivity. I saw this in action once. A guy I know started leaving sticky notes with, "You've got this," for his stressed out roommate. A month later, that roommate landed a job and swore it was the boost he needed. Luck? Maybe. Or maybe it's karma doing its thing. Here's a story to seal it. My aunt used to drop coins in parking meters running low, not a big deal, just a habit. One day, she found a $20 bill on the ground right after. She laughed and said, "Karma's quick sometimes." Buddhism would nod, it's not about expecting cash, but about trusting that good deeds build a life of blessings. The more you give, the more you get, even if it's just peace of mind. The takeaway is simple, doing good every day isn't a chore, it's a superpower. The Buddha's wisdom shows that small acts of kindness don't just help others. They shape your happiness and draw luck closer. It's a path to positive living that anyone can walk. So, start today. Look for one chance to do good, pick up that trash, share a bite. Say something nice. That's it. That's how you stack up blessings and live a good life, day by day. Letting go of greed, anger, and ignorance. We've reached the final key to keeping luck with you forever, letting go of greed, anger, and ignorance. In Buddhism, this is the big one. The Buddha taught that these three poisons, greed, wanting too much, anger, losing your cool, and ignorance, not seeing clearly, are the root of all suffering. They don't just mess up your day. They push luck and peace right out the door. The fix? Learn to be content with what you have, tame your temper, and seek understanding. When your heart's light and free, happiness flows in, and luck follows. Let's dive into why this works and how you can start today. The Buddha's insight here is crystal clear: these three troublemakers trap us. Greed has you chasing more money, more stuff, more status, until you're exhausted. Anger flares up over traffic, a rude comment, or a spilled coffee, burning your peace to ashes. Ignorance. That's when you miss the bigger picture, stuck in confusion or bad habits. Buddhism says they're like chains: break them, and you're free. Free for what? A good life where luck isn't forced but welcomed naturally. Why does this hit home? Think about it practically. Ever wanted something so bad, like a new phone, that you ignored the one working fine in your pocket? That's greed stealing your contentment. Or snapped at someone and felt rotten after. Anger's the thief there. Psychology nods along. Clinging to these emotions spikes stress and clouds your judgment. In Buddhist terms, they're roadblocks to peace. Let them go. And you're not just calmer, you're open to blessings you'd otherwise miss. Life throws curveballs, though. You can't avoid wanting things, getting mad, or messing up sometimes. The Buddha knew that. He wasn't born perfect either. But he taught that letting go isn't about being a saint, it's about easing up on yourself and others. It's a slow unclenching of the fist. And the reward? A heart at peace pulls luck in like a magnet, because you're not fighting the world anymore. So, how do you let go of greed? Start with contentment. Next time you're eyeing something shiny, a car, a promotion, pause. Ask, do I really need this, or am I okay right now? Buddhism loves this question. It's the root of positive living. Maybe you've got enough food, a bed, a friend. That's plenty. I tried this once when I coveted a fancy jacket. I looked at my closet, full of coats, and laughed. The urge faded, and I felt lighter. Luck. A week later, I found a great deal on something I actually needed. What about anger? Tame it with a breath. When your boss snaps or a driver cuts you off, don't yell, inhale deeply. Count to 3, exhale. The Buddha called this pausing, right effort. It stops the fire before it spreads. Science says it works too, it cuts the adrenaline rush. I've dodged pointless fights this way, and afterward, solutions pop up, like a calm chat fixing what a shout never could. That's wisdom sneaking in. And ignorance? Chase understanding. If you're confused, say, why someone's rude or why you're stuck, dig a little. Ask questions, read, listen. The Buddha said ignorance fades with insight, and clarity brings peace. I once stewed over a friend's coldness, assuming the worst. Then I asked why. Turns out, They were stressed, not mad. Knowing that dissolved my frustration, and our bond grew. Luck loves that kind of openness. Here's a quick story. A guy I know used to rage at every delay, traffic, late deliveries, you name it. He started letting go, breathing through it. Shrugging off the small stuff. Months later, he landed a job he'd never have noticed if he'd stayed frazzled. Buddhism would smile, a free heart finds the good life. The takeaway? Letting go of greed. Anger and ignorance isn't punishment, it's freedom. The Buddha's wisdom shows that when you drop these weights, you make room for happiness and luck. It's a path to calm anyone can take. So, try it today. Pause when you want too much, breathe through a flare-up, seek one answer. That's how you lighten your soul and let blessings roll in. Conclusion. And there you have it, folks, 5 powerful steps to keep luck with you forever, straight from the heart of Buddhism. Let's recap what we've covered today on Life Lessons. First, we talked about living with gratitude, appreciating the little things like a warm meal or a sunny day to open the door to blessings. Then, we explored practicing compassion, how a smile or a helping hand doesn't just spread happiness but plant seeds for your own good karma. Next up was keeping a mindful heart, staying present with each breath to find peace and unlock unexpected opportunities. After that, we dug into doing good every day, small acts like picking up trash or sharing a kind word that stack up to a lifetime of luck. And finally, we wrapped up with letting go of greed, anger, and ignorance, freeing your soul from those burdens so happiness and prosperity can flow in naturally. These aren't just ideas, they're a roadmap to a good life, rooted in the Buddha's timeless wisdom. Imagine what could happen if you tried them out. A life where peace isn't a rare guest but a daily companion. A world where luck isn't a fluke but something you nurture. It's not about perfection, it's about starting small and feeling the shift. Maybe you'll notice less stress, more smiles, or a random win that makes you grin. That's the beauty of Buddhism. Simple steps, big rewards. So, here's my challenge to you, don't just watch this and move on, put it into action. Pick one thing to try today. Maybe take a minute to feel grateful when you wake up. Or flash a smile at someone who looks down. Pause and breathe when life gets wild. Drop a kind deed into your routine, or let go of that nagging grudge. You don't need to overhaul your life, just dip your toe in. The Buddha didn't change the world in a day, and you don't have to either. Start where you are. And watch how these lessons light up your path. Thanks for hanging out with me today, I'm so glad you're here. But this isn't goodbye, it's a see you soon. I need your help to keep life lessons growing. If this video sparks something in you, smash that like button right now, it tells YouTube to share these vibes with more people. Drop a comment below, what's one thing you'll try? Or how's luck shown up for you? I read every single one, and it fuels the next video. Share this with a friend who needs a boost, spread the happiness. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and ring that bell. We've got tons more wisdom coming your way, tips for a good life, Buddhist secrets, and tricks to keep luck close. Let's build this journey together. See you in the next one.